Y'all, what in the name of Theo Huxtable gone rogue is happening right now? Because baby, if you thought the Cosby Show scandals ended with awkward reruns and cancelled merch, think again. No, seriously think harder. Because the streets of Hollywood are shaking, your childhood memories are crying in the corner, and Felicia Rashad is allegedly still recovering from the shock of the decade. Why? Because the hidden tape that Malcolm Jamal Warner swore would never see the light of day. Oh, it's out. And let's just say, it did not come to play. We're talking cryptic confessions, spine-chilling monologues, dark hotel rooms, and a legacy-shattering truth that has the entire industry clutching their designer pearls. What was he hiding? Who was he afraid of? And why has this video been kept under lock, key, and 10 NDAs since the day he died under mysterious circumstances? No one can quite explain. Was it a warning? A whistleblower's last breath? Or the final puzzle piece to a Hollywood cover-up spanning decades? Grab your snacks, dim the lights, and throw on your conspiracy cap because we're about to dive into the tape that broke the Huxtable illusion. Welcome to the rabbit hole. And baby, it's bottomless. Let's start at the beginning, shall we? Picture this. It's a gloomy Wednesday in Hollywood. The kind of day where nothing feels right. The air is too still, and the streets feel like they're hiding something. Then suddenly boom, one anonymous Dropbox link, one leaked file, one flash drive, and just like that, the carefully curated, laugh track-soaked legacy of The Cosby Show starts crumbling faster than a cancelled reboot. The name? Malcolm Jamal Warner. The face? Theo Huxtable, America's little brother, black TV royalty, and the one cast member we thought had dodged the storm. Until now, because behind the smile, the family-friendly interviews, and all those proud of my legacy soundbites, there was something else. A truth darker than Bill Cosby's PR team's nightmares. And y'all, that truth is now making the rounds in back-channel circles, deep Reddit threads, and encrypted Telegram groups like wildfire. Why? Because someone we don't know who yet, but we got theories leaked what's being called the Warner tape, and it's not a blooper reel, it's a confession. Sources close to the situation, yes, the ones with tea hotter than grandma's cast iron skillets, say the video is dated just 3 days before Malcolm's death. The label on the flash drive, Legacy MP4, creepy already, right? Now imagine this. The camera turns on in a dimly lit hotel room, blinds drawn, TV static buzzing in the background. Malcolm sits on the edge of the bed, his eyes hollow, voice shaky, and he says, "If you're watching this, I didn't make it back, excuse me, WH80?" Y'all, it wasn't grief that had Felicia Rashad collapsing at the memorial. It was this tape, and we know because multiple eyewitnesses, yes, we're talking production assistants, security guards, even the event florist confirmed that the moment Felicia saw that opening line, she clutched her chest like she just saw a ghost, screamed no, so loud the lights flickered. Then she hit the floor, allegedly. Now, let's not pretend like Malcolm Jamal Warner didn't have his own whispers in the Hollywood back alley. He was always the quiet one, the smart one, the private one, the don't ask me about Cosby one. And that silence, it just got suspicious. You see, insiders claim that in the months leading up to his accidental drowning, Malcolm had grown increasingly paranoid. Not Hollywood paranoid like my co-star stole my trailer, but Sia-level paranoid. He was seen installing security cameras in hotel rooms, shredding handwritten notes, and refusing to sign autographs unless they were in public. The man reportedly stopped drinking bottled water because he believed it could be tampered with. His last Instagram post, a black square captioned, "Don't let them tell my story for me." But guess what? Nobody paid attention. Because this is Hollywood, where cryptic breakdowns are either brushed off as artsy or just prepping for a role. Well, ain't nobody calling this a performance now. In the video, Malcolm reportedly names no names, but honey, the implications are thick. He speaks in metaphors like a man who knows too much but can't afford to say it out loud. He references the man in the sweater, gee, wonder who that is, the woman who cried innocence, and the contracts that bind you even in death. Excuse me, are we in an episode of Black Mirror, or what? Now get this, Malcolm also claims in the tape that his life was being monitored, that he had been followed, his phone cloned, his emails were routed, and that someone had tried to shut him up 3 months prior. A hit-and-run accident that never made it to TMZ because according to Malcolm, the right people made the wrong thing disappear. Few.so. Now the question is, what was he trying to expose? And why now? Well, strap in because here's where it gets extra spicy. One source, a former studio gopher who claims to have been in the room where it happened, says Malcolm had been quietly working on a tell-all documentary. Oh yes, titled Behind the Laugh Track. What they never told you about TV's First Family. He had interviews lined up, scripts in motion, even a meeting with a streaming platform that may or may not rhyme with Blim Blacks, according to leaked documents allegedly obtained from someone's cousin who used to clean the exec offices. This project was greenlit under a code name, Project H, and if you know, you know. H as in Huxtable. The documentary was reportedly set to reveal everything, not just about the Cosby empire, but the machine behind it. NDAs, exploitation, mental manipulation, and get this, claims that certain cast members were rewarded for silence with luxury homes, back-end syndication checks, and even fake legal protection. So when Malcolm died suddenly during what was called a quiet solo retreat near Lake Arrowhead, well, let's just say ain't nobody buying the official report anymore. Because while the coroner called it accidental drowning, folks close to Malcolm say he was one of the strongest swimmers they knew, the kind who once gave diving lessons between scenes on set, the kind who didn't go near lakes alone unless he was meeting someone or running from someone. And this, my friends, is where we pause for a moment. Because part 2? Oh, we're about to go full FBI red string mode. We're talking encrypted files, mysteriously erased studio footage, cast members going radio silent, and yes, rumors of a second video that Malcolm recorded. And that still hasn't surfaced. So if you thought this was just about one tape, think again, because what happens next? Well, let's just say, the truth was never meant to be streamed. And then just as the tape reaches its peak intensity, Malcolm Jamal leans forward, places both hands flat on the table, and drops the kind of sentence that makes your skin crawl. They told me, if I ever talked, I'd vanish like the rest. Wait, the rest? Who exactly is the rest, Malcolm? Because last time we checked, you were the last one standing from the original Cosby Show inner circle who hadn't faced scandal, indictment, or eerie silence. But according to Warner, this wasn't just about Bill. No, this was about an entire machine, a network of producers, medical professionals, and even federal agents working behind the scenes to silence truth-tellers and erase liabilities. And the worst part, he said they kept a file on everyone, a literal black box of secrets filled with contracts, threats, and silent payoffs. And guess what? Malcolm said he had it, or at least, he did, because moments later in the video, he says something chilling. They know I copied it. That's why they're coming for me now. And baby, that's where things go from strange to sinister real quick. Let's break it down. First off, a leaked portion of the footage verified by totally not made up for this video tech expert, Devin Keys, who we're told used to work for Netflix until he got fired for asking too many questions, confirms metadata showing the video was recorded at a luxury hotel in Atlanta. Now here's where it gets dark. That very hotel had a power outage the same night, no security footage from the hallway, and a suspicious fire alarm trigger at exactly the time Warner says he was receiving calls from a blocked number warning him to shut it down. Coincidence? Or carefully staged sabotage? But wait, it gets juicier. After Malcolm mentions the black box, anonymous insiders, yes, plural started sliding into DMs across Reddit and a suspiciously deactivated fan blog that used to post about TV dads turned whistleblowers. One anonymous post, now deleted, claimed that the box contained more than just contracts and tapes. It had medical records, as in private records from cast members who were allegedly sent to rehab or rest homes but never returned to the industry again. You remember Lisa Bone's sudden spiritual retreat, or Jeffrey Owens' mysterious disappearance before his Whole Foods paparazzi moment? Yup, Malcolm insinuates those weren't accidents. He hints they were extractions, Hollywood extractions, as he calls them, quiet removals of talent who knew too much. And the public reaction? Baby, it's chaotic. Within hours of the leaked clip going viral on TikTok, because of course it did, a remix of the line "They told me I'd vanish like the rest" hit 3 million plays on SoundCloud, with conspiracy YouTubers doing backflips in their thumbnails and Facebook antis writing, "See, I knew he was different," in the comment sections. Meanwhile, official statements, silence. Warner's publicist mysteriously took down all active social media profiles within 24 hours. His verified Instagram? Gone. Twitter? Deactivated. And his manager, Gerald Michaels, has reportedly gone ghost. Like, phone disconnected, offices closed, no comment to press kind of ghost. Even more suspicious? And now deleted. Trivia update listed Malcolm's cause of death as pending investigation. That line stayed live for 14 minutes before being scrubbed clean and replaced with a generic natural causes. Natural causes? After a man just said on camera that they were coming for him. Girl, make it make sense. And while the mainstream media is pretending like this video never existed, independent bloggers, digital sleuths, and ex-Hollywood stylists are coming forward with receipts. Honey, one stylist who calls herself Tina Turnup on TikTok says she once dressed Warner for an awards show and saw burned DVDs labeled "not for airing" in his travel bag. When she asked about it, he laughed and said, "If anything ever happens to me, check the tapes." Well, guess what, Tina? We're checking. And what we're finding is not cute. Meanwhile, fans are organizing a movement. Justice for Malcolm is trending, and a Change.org petition to open an official inquiry into Warner's death has reached 430,000 signatures and counting. Celebrities like Keke Palmer and Orlando Brown have cryptically posted eye emojis and broken heart GIFs in what fans are interpreting as silent support. And behind the scenes, you guessed it, things are unraveling. Major networks are pulling reruns of The Cosby Show again, citing viewer discomfort, and there are whispers that a Netflix documentary crew has already started reaching out to potential sources for a docuseries on the hidden truth of Malcolm Jamal Warner. But the wildest part, just as we thought this saga couldn't get any deeper, an unlisted YouTube video surfaced allegedly posted by a burner account linked to a former NBC exec. The video? A blurred-out figure holding a hard drive and whispering, "This isn't just about Warner, it's about who's still alive and who's next." Cut to black, and now the world's watching. What's on that hard drive? Who posted the video? And most importantly, if Malcolm warned us about what was coming, why did no one listen? Because if the rabbit hole is this deep, then baby, we haven't even hit the bottom yet, and just when you thought it couldn't get any darker, deeper, or more damning, the final portion of Malcolm Jamal Warner's secret video unleashes the kind of truth that sends grown industry execs sprinting for their lawyers and publicists. This wasn't just a confession. This was a scorched earth expose, and no one, not even the legendary Bill Cosby himself, was spared. In this chilling final stretch, Malcolm looks directly into the camera, voice raw, eyes haunted, and says, "I've kept this to myself for too long. I've protected people who didn't deserve it. I can't die with this on my soul." And then, he names names. No bleeping, no cuts, just full names. First, middle, and last, he points fingers at a tight circle of elite producers, sponsors, and handlers who, according to him, ran a shadow network inside the entertainment industry. A place where young black actors were routinely exploited, where silence was bought in blood money, and where family-friendly TV was the perfect smokescreen for off-camera depravity. The video reveals that Malcolm had documented everything. Hidden camera footage from closed-door meetings, secret email chains where child actors were assigned to higher-ups, audio of Cosby producers allegedly joking about breaking in new cast member size. That kind of breaking in. He even zoomed in on physical folders labeled with cast names, dates, and what he referred to as compliance status. Oh, and remember when people claimed Lisa Bonet was difficult, disrespectful, and unprofessional on set? According to Malcolm, that was all scripted slander. He revealed she was the only one who tried to fight the system and she was punished for it. Isolated, discredited, and written off as unstable. In reality, she was trying to expose the same ring Malcolm finally dared to speak about. But it gets even wilder. Malcolm then drops what he calls the final straw file, a flash drive. He claimed to have sent to 4 trusted contacts in case something ever happened to him. On that drive, hidden ledgers allegedly showing money transfers between media companies and private international accounts linked to non-profit organizations that never existed. Charities named things like Urban Uplift for the youth that were, in reality, laundering pipelines to keep this exploitation operation afloat. He names one executive from a famous children's network who allegedly borrowed Cosby Show interns for after-hours retreats, and another guru-like figure in Hollywood who mentored young black talent only to allegedly funnel them into silence through spiritual manipulation and mystery retreats in the desert. Then, with the most heart-wrenching pause in the entire video, Malcolm stares into the lens and says, "I should have protected them. I should have done more when I saw what they did to Keisha, to Tempest, to myself." That line alone, enough to freeze your blood. And here's where the timing of all this becomes suspicious. Why was this video never released until now? Who had it? Why did it leak now, in the middle of renewed allegations against Cosby and hush-hush lawsuits settling behind closed doors? Insiders say this footage was originally meant to be part of a docuseries, something Warner was planning before his sudden isolation and death. But once the networks caught wind of what he was about to drop, the funding disappeared overnight. The producers went silent. One even changed countries. Even his so-called best friend, the one who claimed to have never seen the footage, caught in a lie. Because now, security footage has surfaced of him meeting with a known fixer for a major studio just days before the leak. Coincidence? Yeah, sure. And just when you think the spiral can't get messier, a sealed 2017 deposition surfaces. In it, Warner was allegedly subpoenaed in a massive civil lawsuit tied to legacy shows and systemic abuse. But here's the kicker: his testimony never made it to trial. It was redacted, buried, and legally erased under a non-disclosure agreement. Worth $6 million. So why speak now? Why risk it? Because as Malcolm ends the video, he whispers, "This truth will either kill me or free me. But at least it'll live somewhere." Cut to black. No credits, no outro, just silence. But it wasn't just silence online. The internet erupted. Hashtags like hashtag Warner warning, hashtag expose Cosby network, and hashtag free Theo truth started trending worldwide. Reddit threads exploded. YouTubers went full-blown investigative mode. And TikTok, Lord have mercy. Every Gen Z and millennial who ever watched The Cosby Show grew up overnight in the span of a 30-second montage. And guess who's gone ghost? The execs Warner mentioned by name. Phones disconnected. The Cosby Show's original PR team vanished. Even Warner's own family, silent. Which raises even more questions. Was Malcolm's death really natural? Was this a scheduled leak? Or is there someone still out there pulling strings to control how much we know and when? Because if Warner's warning was just the tip of the iceberg, what else is frozen beneath the surface? So now that the video's out, the mask is off, and the illusion is shattered, what do you believe? Was Malcolm Jamal Warner silenced for knowing too much? Or was he just another victim in a decades-long Hollywood machine that devours its own? The questions are endless, and the truth, it's barely scratching the surface. Drop your thoughts in the comments because this rabbit hole goes deeper than any of us imagined. And if you're ready for more unfiltered chaos, hit that like button, smash subscribe, and turn on those notifications because baby, the next truth bomb is already ticking. Stay woke.